I don't actually know why I have never talked about Slaters in Detention. My very first video on this channel was a review of the Eastenders live episode in 2010. And I was obsessed with Eastenders back then. I was for a very long time. I thought I'd revisit Slaters in Detention recently just to kind of see what memories it would trigger and how I feel about it. And I have to say, it's a nice trip down memory lane. It's a nice way to watch an EastEnders episode. It's an hour long. In isolation, without having to worry about remembering all of the different storylines that were happening at the time. The Slaters were never my favourite family, but I did like them, particularly Little Mo. And this is cheesy, but good fun. Fun fact, I was ID'd for the VHS for this in Poundland when I was about 14 or 15. It's rated 12. Awkward experience, but memorable, nevertheless. It was actually released in 2003, directed by Richard Platt, written by Tony Jordan, and stars the fabulous cast that we know and love: Jessie Wallace as Kat, Kacey Ainsworth as Little Mo, Elaine Lordan as Lynne, Michelle Ryan as Zoe, and Laila Morse as Mo. We also have Derek Martin, of course, as Charlie, and our usual cast of extras: James Alexander's in some archive footage, John Barton's in some archive footage. There are a lot of things in this that will trigger some hopefully happy EastEnders memories from around the time. But this is all about the Slater girls themselves. They are dressed in very stereotypical slutty schoolgirl clothes when they're out at a disco, and they get into a little bit of trouble with the police. And while they are incarcerated temporarily, they begin to reflect on things that they did in the past that got them into a bit of bother, and we have this trip down memory lane with them. So even watching it now, you have kind of a double trip down memory lane, a trip back to 2003, and then we get to go through the journey of the Slaters watching this. It's a really great way, actually, to catch up with the Slaters narrative if you're perhaps newer to watching EastEnders. I don't watch EastEnders now. I haven't in a long time because it went downhill very quickly after about 2011-12. But in terms of triggering memories and taking me back to that time, it's fabulous. Even though I didn't love the Slater sisters, apart from Little Mo, as much as a lot of people do, it's really good fun. You know, I'm not going to say that it's the best structured or well-written EastEnders anything, really. I was going to say spin-off. I suppose it is a spin-off. But I enjoyed it. If you're a fan of EastEnders and you watched EastEnders at this time, watch it for the memories. If you're newer to EastEnders and you haven't seen this, I'd say give it a watch. See what information you knew about it already. See what you can learn from it. It may not be the best thing in the world, but coupled with a lot of beautiful archive footage and, you know, that lovely trip with the Slaters down memory lane, I can't really fault it.